Okay, we're back. I think I fixed it. I don't know what was going on. That was weird. But my computer was acting really slow. And then I selected something on preview. And then my camera angle changed, and I was like, what the heck is this? So what was I talking about? Okay. So I was talking about, I don't remember. I was going to start over. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. That's what it was. Stopping that B, because the melody is dum bum ba dum. It's not bum ba, and it stays dum ba dum. I'm not sure what that means. We have A and F sharp, and they're being held, and then it says to hold on to them, but in measure 3, they're written in as an F sharp and a D sharp. So I'm not sure. That's kind of weird. How would I? That's weird. I guess maybe, I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. Maybe it'll come to me later. 3, thumb. Make sure to hold D sharp the entire measure. Oops. Let the trill right here. 1, 2. And what chord is that? E minor. Let's see what that asterisk is referring to. That's the cool thing about this rendition, this transcription, this one by Frank Coons. He has asterisks, and he says here you can try it this way. There are alternate versions, or there's like, in this manuscript it was written this way, but in this one it was written this way, and it's really, really useful. So let's see what he says here. Measure 3, measure 4. The original is E, G, B, E. Okay, but obviously, we can't play that. So we're doing this. Okay. All right. There we go. Just leave it at that. Make it nice and simple. So we have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. That was weak. 3. Oh, I see. Okay. All right. So I don't know if you guys, okay, so yeah. So this E right here will alter image. Editing this image will markup will automatically adjust the brightness to improve legend. Okay, that's fine. little pop-up. So that E is the melody. So when you're singing this, it should be bum, bum, bum. And okay, so that E, I'm gonna undo that. And then this G right here, okay, yeah, I got it. That is not the melody, but we will have a tendency to hear bum, ba-dum, because it's the highest note. Right? So, really careful. You want to try and play the E the loudest. Okay, I don't know if you noticed that, but I rolled up to the E and then I very gently played the G on top, because that G, as I pointed out with the asterisk, that G is actually played an octave lower. Okay? And that would actually bring out the melody, because now if that G is an octave lower, the E is the highest note. So our ear will go to the highest note, which in this case would be E. But because we had to move the G an octave higher, okay, we have to make sure, so we should do, we could do that. I think maybe that's what he's trying to say in this. See how this arpeggio is written in? It's not just the squiggly line, which you normally see to arpeggiate. It's very specifically E, B, G. And then you play the E on the fourth string last, because it tells you to play it with your thumb. So he's saying P-I-M. Okay, so I'm getting it now. So he wants you to go P-I-M. P, so that you hear the E last, and by hearing the E last, we'll hear it as the melody and not the G. Hopefully that makes sense. Maybe not. Actually, okay, so what I just explained to you, I think is what he's trying to go for. Unless I practice that execution, that might be difficult for me. I'm already thinking ahead. So I actually might do this. Just go all the way down. Just go in the order of the strings, but play the G a little bit softer. That makes sense to me. So we have, I guess it would, yeah, it's there in the background. Your goal is to make sure the E is heard as the melody and not the G. That's all I'm trying to say. So however you do that, yeah, however it works for you, make sure you get it done. Okay, his suggestion is that. That's his suggestion. All right, what do we have next? E, B, E. How would you do that? All right. I need to brush up on all of these trill markings and stuff. It's a little embarrassing. But that's a mordant. That's not a trill. And the way you play the mordant is different than the way you play the trill. Let's see. Mordant is an alternation of the main note with its lower auxiliary. So in this case, where are we? In this case, that's the mordant. Yeah, okay, you don't have to keep showing me this message. In this case, this G with a mordant, you alternate it with the lower note, F sharp. So G, F sharp, G. Da-da-dum. Okay. Whoops. Let's move it over. Whoops. I'm so bad at this. In this instance, that's a trill. So you start from the higher note that's not written and land on the written note. So it's backwards. I don't know if that makes sense. So G to F sharp, right? Because the G is written. Here it's A to G. That's the difference. I'm trying to make sure I don't leave those markings when I close it, so I'm clearing it every time. Okay, so in this case, we have, this is just an E minor, and we're just gonna do that. That's gonna take a little bit of practice. Okay, those 16th notes are now 30-second notes because we're in halftime. So it's pretty fast. How would you do that? So if we're doing 1, 2, let me start from the beginning. Oh, sorry. 2, 1, 2. Halftime throws me off all the time. I was struggling with this yesterday during our lesson too. 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, come on. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 1, 3. What is that? Is that a mordant? Or is that some sort of just imperfection? Let me look. Let me double check. That looks really weird. I don't see it. Okay. Okay, that might be an imperfection. I mean, look close. I'm just gonna treat that as a what should I treat that as a? I guess I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure. Interesting. But I kind of want to go back to measure 5 to play those 16th notes because that's actually really fast. And then when you land it, oh, that's difficult. I don't know about that. How would you do that? What? I don't know. I think I'm gonna treat this as a mordant. Okay, so that measure is going to be difficult. A trill? Why am I forgetting? I'm getting a little scared. I'm forgetting things that I don't think I should be forgetting. And I don't know why. And this has been happening. This has been a regular thing. Not just music stuff, just generally just forgetting. Maybe I should just do that open. Maybe not. Oh, okay. I could do Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. Wait. How do I do basic trills? Let's see. A-I-M-P, A-I-M-P, A-I-A. Oh, I can't do that. I gotta do M. So I'm gonna do a cross string trill ornament. That's difficult. How would I do that? I mean, I could do it with these fingers, A-M-A-P, but that's never gonna be as quick as the way I normally play it, because that's difficult. Because A-M-A-M, you know, I guess I would just have to practice that. Nani, thank you. Appreciate the content. Glad to see you doing well. Yeah, I am doing well. I'm just trying to be consistent. So right now I'm just doing different time, not different, different parts of the day. And because I know, you know, people obviously don't live where I live, so they're in different time zones. So I'm seeing, you know, what would be the best time zone. So, but thank you very much for stopping by. Eventually I will be going back to those lessons from the method book. But right now I'm just streaming. Let's just get that going first. So yeah, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. So let's see if you have any questions and you're still around. You are free to ask. I can share my knowledge with you. Okay. So it's measure 5 is. Yeah, I'm not playing that at tempo yet. That's the only way, dude. I mean, oh, you know what I could do? I could play this 4th string and this 3rd string both with my thumb, and then use my middle for the 1st string, like that. And then I can play the the trill, the cross ornament trill, cross string trill, the way I normally do. Because I normally go A-I-M-P. So this will allow me to do that. A-I-M-P. I think that's what I'm going to do. So don't roll it. So a thumb plays those 2 bass notes. But here's what's so difficult about it. You got to land that from the 16th notes. And that's very fast. I'm not playing it at tempo yet, but... And then... That's difficult. And then I would do that. And starting from the top, see, I'm already forgetting. Starting from the top is the trill, right? Yeah. So I'm going to treat that as a trill, not a mordant. Because a mordant starts from the bottom. I should write this down somewhere. No. What am I? Oh my goodness. Second above it. So I'll treat it as a mordant. Right? Am I confusing the two again? And this is what I'm talking about. Like, it's not sticking. Like, I don't know why it's not sticking. Like, I can't remember. Is an alternation of the main note with its lower. So mordent, you play the note and then you go low. That's what I'm doing. No, I'm starting on the high note. So it's a trill. So it's a trill. Okay. So trill is high to low. Wait, no. Trill is you start on the higher note and on the note that's written. Mordent is you start on the note that's written and alternate between the lower note, and you end up on the note that's written. Okay. I'm not going to remember that. I know that. But that's what you do. C sharp, A. Wait, what? C sharp, A. Yeah, so it's like a B7. Into E minor. One and, okay, one and, hello, welcome Danico. Glad you're here. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, just enjoy the content. I'm just sort of working this piece out. Yeah, and maybe people will enjoy watching me struggle. Just an old student from 2010, getting back into playing. Found your channel, and I love the book playlists and live stream vids. Thank you. You're welcome. Again, thank you for stopping by. Like I said, I'll get back to those method books at some point, but just one thing at a time. So, how long have you been playing for? I've been playing for a long time. I've been playing for 32, 33 years, something like that. Yeah, it's been a long time. Yeah. Yeah. So Nani, you're saying you're an old student from 2010. You're an old student of mine, or just an old student from wherever it is you were learning guitar? I'm actually kind of curious now. That's gonna be difficult. Why would you do 2-4? Why would you do that? Why does he say to use 4 on the F sharp if you have to hold it and then you have to play D sharp? Why? I think my ring finger. High school guitar class. Well, that's what I'm asking. You know, because I taught high school in 2010. A guitar class. I taught high school guitar in 2010. So you weren't a student of mine, or you were a student of mine? I want to be careful with that B in measure 6, that open B, after the G in the bass. This one right here. I don't know why I made a line. This one right here. I don't want to play it too loud. I don't want it to stick out too much. Oh, that's why, because there's a mordent there. And a mordent, because again, I forgot. Main note with is lower. A mordent is... What? How would you do that? Would be open? This is difficult. What's important again? Important. Maybe I should do it this way. No. What is that click? You guys hear that? It's the middle finger. Okay, this is actually going to be a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be because of all of the trills and the decorative notes. Let's see, what time is it? I can only do an hour. Okay. Only about 15 more minutes, guys. 1, 2, 1. I don't like that. I like that. I like falling into the E, playing the G after. This is measure 4, by the way. So you hear the E first. Your ear latches onto the E because that's the melody, and then you play the G, the higher G, just after it, so it stays in the background. Because again, the E is the melody. Because this is that's the melody. And then we have and then this is very difficult because it's fast. And then I said I was going to do this. I might have to just do this for a while. I need to stop the first string after I finish that too. It's getting there. You hear all that nail noise? I gotta watch that. Oops. I'm just gonna do it a couple times for a little bit to get a feel for it. So now we have, I got to do it right after this. worried too much about my right hand. For what I was just practicing, yes. But as I'm going through the music right now, I'm just trying to become familiar with the notes. And this is what I always do. Just, what are the notes? Figure out what the notes are. Know where you're going next. And then from there, once it starts to smoothen itself out, then you can say, you know what? It's probably better if I use this finger or that finger, so on and so forth. Actually, I should start M. And then here, we'll figure this out later. That's right. That's actually not that bad. I would normally write all this stuff down, but it's on my computer screen, so I'll have to revisit it on the paper, because I usually will make a copy and then write on the copy so that this stays clean. That would be my advice to all of you. I gotta clean that up. Everything sounds dirty right now. That's a mordant, right? So that's gonna be, yeah. That's easy enough. A-I-M. Okay, there's a repeat sign, and then it starts over. Okay, how do you usually avoid the pick clicks? Yeah, that's a good question. It's hard, because that's one of the problems that I've noticed, that I've always had to deal with. I think the simplest answer is to be extremely precise, and it's because that's kind of the way when I hear it, I tell myself I'm playing sloppy. I'm not being precise. So your finger would need to just land exactly where it needs to land so that you don't get all of that sound that you don't want. How do you practice that? I would just play it slow, honestly, and then just speed it up. Right now, I'm not too concerned with it. I obviously hear it because I pointed it out a couple of times, but I would just do it slow and tell yourself I need to be more precise. So my fingers are not landing exactly where they need to land. I don't know. I feel like that's not very helpful, but that's the way I see it. So that's what I would tell myself. So I don't know. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I would actually breathe there. I actually wouldn't play that straight. 3. Wait a second. Into the next chord. Okay? So this is another phrase. Wait, how was I doing that? That's a very busy measure. Yeah, so you hear all those clicks. Measure 7 and measure 8. I'm going to hear all those clicks like crazy right now. You heard it right here when I was doing this. It's all over the place. So let's see. So what am I doing? Because it is going away. So now I'm just trying to step outside myself. What am I doing? I'm not preparing. I am starting my, so if this is the string and my hand is my finger, I am starting my attack here and in one motion going all the way, going all the way, and the string happens to be in the way of the motion of my hand, and I pluck the string. And I think what's happening is I am ever so slightly putting my finger on the string before I actually make my attack motion. So I'm preparing. So boom, it's on the string. Now I pluck. I think that's what's going on. So I got to start the pluck from here. The string happens to be in the way of where my finger is going to go. And you do that. I think that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Makes sense. Practicing slowly is probably the key to avoiding most, if not all. Yeah, practicing slowly is the key to everything. If you want to be an amazing guitarist, play everything slowly because you can do it cleanly, right? So in your class, 2 years before beginner and advanced guitar class. 2 years. Okay, very cool, man. Very cool. That's great. That's great. Hopefully, hopefully you learned something. Well, I'm glad you're sticking around, and maybe you can pick it up and start learning some more. So, so I think the treble measures, the treble spots are going to be, and this is important when you're practicing. You always want to identify where the treble spots are. Measure 5, okay, those 16th notes, and measure 7, basically all of it, all of it. I am confused about measure 6 because I'm doing. Playing G. Oh, no. Oh, no, I'm not. Okay, so this G right here. Why am I making a line? Oh, I'm thinking that the setting is a circle. I have to draw the circle. That's what okay. So this G right here, you're going to play that with your third finger. And then all of this that you play here, all this stuff here, you have to keep this third finger down the entire time. So I'm just sort of talking to myself here. Keep it down. Still down. Still down. Comes off when you start measure 7. So that's what I got to do. I know the rhythm's probably not right, though. I'm just going over the notes. And then it goes. So B here, same thing. Same idea with the G and the measure up here. This B has to stay down as you play all of this. So you get those harmonies. What time is it? All right. Just a few more minutes, guys. All right. So measure 5. I'm just going to run through the difficult parts. See, slow, no nail noise. It's a very beautiful piece. I mean, it's so, I don't know how you would explain it. It's like there's beauty in the sadness. I don't know. It's getting there. So you can sort of start to hear it now, right? How about the staccato stuff though? Doesn't that require the finger landing first? It does. It does. And there you have that sound. You can also, you know what you could do? Instead of, it doesn't just require the right hand. You can actually do staccato by removing the left hand, removing the pressure. So you play the string, remove the pressure. To keep the finger on the string, there's still some noise there too. But at least you're removing one factor that might contribute to the sound. Oops. So it's not, you don't have to staccato by putting your finger back on the string. One, two, genius. Definitely not a genius, but hopefully that helps. That should be louder. That needs work. How am I doing this? Where am I? That measure is going to sound really, really beautiful once it's solid, for sure. Because you got a mordant here, trill here, these flurry of notes, 16th notes, which are going to feel like 30-second notes since you're in halftime. And then from the 30-second notes into the mordant, it's just, I don't know. I keep thinking of the word majestic. I don't know. It just, that's the word that comes to me. Came for the 3, 6, 2, 5 chords. Okay, that's some theory lingo. I'm not sure I understand that. 3, 6, 2, 5. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that. Sorry, dude. If you can point it out to me, maybe I can, you know, break it down, analyze it. That's probably the hardest part. Rhythmically not correct, I know. Also, I'm trying to avoid on measure 7 the slide. Don't want that. That's like running your nails on a chalkboard in music, for a classical guitar at least. So you want to lift. I meant like key degrees. I don't know what that means either. Just clicking around on YouTube. Have fun with your session. Thank you. 3625 as in your video. I'm thinking theory, like, oh, it's a 5-4-2, it's an inverted, or it's a 2-6-5 chord. Oh, it's a and you're just naming the date. Okay. All right. I got it. Well, it sounded like theory for sure. Because that's kind of how, you know, they talk. That's a 2-5-1. 2-5-1 progression. And then if it's an inverted, like I said, it's a 5-6-5 chord. That's a 5 chord in first inversion, or I think it's first inversion. 6-5 is first inversion. 4-3 would be second. 4-2 would be third inversion. It's been a long time. But thank you for stopping by and clicking around. Title as a progression, yes. Got it. Yeah, that went over my head. No, it was a good joke, but that's on me. Right? I didn't get it. Okay, I'm going to do this one last time. I'm already over my allotted hour, and then I'm going to head out. So thank you for stopping by, those of you that did stop by. Again, I'm just checking different times of the day, seeing what works. Because I did a session around 9, and granted, there haven't been a lot of people in this stream, but 5 is actually a pretty good number for me. But there was like 1, or for a time it was just 0, So I'm just trying to see which time zones are best. So eventually I'll have a schedule. What about practicing with metronome? Do you usually do that after? Yeah, I'll do that after figuring it out. I don't do it right now. Right now it's just figure out what the notes are. Figure out where they are, figure out what position you're going to have to play these notes. Figure out what the hard parts are. I identified measure 5, measure 7 as the difficult notes. Okay. And then once it sort of starts to work itself out, then I could put the metronome on, But I don't play with the metronome as much as perhaps I used to. But it's definitely good if you're trying to figure out, for whatever reason you're confused with some of the rhythms. Is good, but right now I'm not worried about the metronome because you're just making it more difficult for you. If you're just learning it right now, if you're just learning it for the first time, why are you trying to play it to a metronome? Just figure out what you're playing. I have to make that lighter. I don't have to. I have a tendency to do these cross very loud. These cross ornamentations very loud. So I need to keep it light. So like right now, so I'm done, but right now, I sort of know what I'm doing more or less. So yeah, so now would be a good time to, turn on the metronome and really start to, nudge anything over that I was doing incorrectly or starting to, take too much time here and there. So now would be a good time for that. Obviously, some of the tougher spots, it's still not playable to a metronome. Like I can't do that yet. But definitely the first 4 measures, even the measure 6. So it's really just measure 5 and 7 where I would need to, let's hold off on the metronome. But everything else I could definitely play to a metronome. So let's see, what would my approach be right now? I would isolate measures 5 and 7. I would even isolate parts of measure 7. Clean that up. Get that solid, relatively solid, and then the rest I would, play it once or twice with the metronome, see if anything, just to check, like, am I doing everything right? And then I would actually just stop playing with the metronome again. So it's just like, just to see if anything's wrong. And that's it. Okay. All right. I'm gonna stop it right there. Thank you so much, guys. I'm gonna grab some breakfast before heading out. Quick bite, and I'll try and do a live session tomorrow too. All right. So yeah, take it easy. Enjoy yourselves, and have a nice day. Yeah, you too. You too, Nico. Have a